Greetings friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Love Fuller and I am here with I guess an informational video about living in Kuwait. So the question is, how do you get a social life as an expat in Kuwait? It is widely expressed that Kuwait is boring. If you're not familiar with Kuwait, because it's a Middle Eastern country that follows, has laws that are set up based on Islam. I was to say this is a general idea of why things are this way. There are things that don't happen here. Drinking doesn't happen here. It's against the law. Dancing, like clubs and things like that, don't happen here. It's against the law. But other things related to Kuwait make this place not at all, like it's far away from a cultural mecca of a, you know, like a kind of cosmopolitan kind of city, as you might think it's possible. However, there is hope. So this video is inspired by a viewer question. I'm looking at my computer. Andrea commented on my recent video where I said that I had been out the night before, all night the night before, partying. It was New Year's Eve. And she said, partying all night in Kuwait? Where, honey? Social life in Kuwait is on -100. So I'm here to answer Andrea's question, and also for anyone else who wants to know how to get a life in Kuwait. So the way that you get a life in Kuwait is that you have to meet people. So Kuwait is very interesting in that in the States, I can only speak from the States. I'm from America. I live in Atlanta, Georgia right now, but I'm from Miami. So in the States, if you want to find out what to do, how to get the information? Usually you Google it or you look in the newspaper. Perhaps information is here in the newspaper. I'm not that familiar with that, but you Google it these days, right? Say like, you know, basically to find out what things there are to do or whatever. Here, they don't really use the websites that much. Like they don't really use the internet that much to share information, to post information about what's going on and what's happening. There is one website here though. It's called 248 AM, and the links to all the sites that I talk about are going to be in the description box. 248 AM, and they will post things that are happening on the weekend in Kuwait. The thing is that they're not gonna post about parties necessarily, because really, okay, drinking, we don't drink here, and there's no clubs with music. I think that for the most part, don't quote me, but I know that you're women and men are not supposed to be like dancing together in public. That's illegal. Here, even women and men exercise separately. You have separate exercise gyms. Like men, there are no like mixed, as far as I've ever heard of. I'm pretty sure there are no mixed gender gyms. So males and females are kind of kept apart if you're not married, because if you're not private or you're not family members, because of the society here. So the way that people, expats who don't necessarily have to be separate from other people because of their religion, the way they get together is through private parties, right? Private get-togethers, basically you have to create your own social life here. That's the bottom line. You have to create your own social life here by meeting people. And then the question though is like, how do you do that? Especially when people are working. How do you do that? And that's what this video, finally, I'm getting to the point this video is gonna be talking about. I'm talking about in this video, how to meet people so that you can create your own social life, or how to connect with groups who are already creating social opportunities for people who are bored here in Kuwait. Okay, so I told you about 248 AM website. There are other websites as well. Another website that actually lists the different kinds of societies, social clubs and societies that you can join here is expatwoman.com. There are only a handful, I would say, of continuously running English-speaking blogs for the expat community here in Kuwait, and definitely Expat Woman is one of the longer running ones. And she lists a group of, she puts a list with links to websites of different societies. So, for example, societies that I'm familiar with, groups that I'm familiar with, are American Women's League and British Ladies Society. So as a woman, these are just societies of women who are living here, and they're social clubs. So they create within the clubs, they create social activities. There are like, I'm just randomly picking ideas. They definitely have coffee mornings where they get together at either restaurants or at the premises, where they get together and have coffee and chat, or they will get together at restaurants and have coffee and chat. They will have like days where people go to the premises and they play like games, like card games, or maybe, I don't know, I guess board games, dominoes or something, I don't know. They have like clubs, like within, like little groups within the larger club. So like they have like gourmet club, and in the gourmet club you go out and you like have a presentation made by a restaurant, a presentation of some kind, and maybe you're cooking with them, or maybe they're doing a cooking demonstration for you and then you're eating. So they will create activities. At least all of these that I'm mentioning right now are on the Expat Women's link that I provide here in the description box. Aware Center, you can sign up to go on trips here in Kuwait. So for example, they will take you to the Grand Mosque in Kuwait. They will take you to, they have painting classes. They have classes that educate you about Islam. They have discussion groups. They have movie nights. They have like they took people to camel races last year, and then this year there's a camping expeditions. You can go out into the desert and sit under a tent and experience the kind of camping that Kuwaitis do. So you sign up for the, if you don't have anyone, you don't know anyone, you're gonna sign up to go to be a part of this organization, and you're gonna meet people there. And when you meet people there, then you all make your own social groups in addition to that, if you would like, and you create things to do with your friends, going to the mall, or going to more coffee groups, or going to and being invited to a New Year's Eve party. Last night we went on a triple date with 2 other couples that we met, that I'm pretty sure that all of the women met through one of these women's organizations. So basically my point is that in Kuwait you have to make your own social life. But a great way to start is by certainly connecting with whomever you have the opportunity to connect with, but then they also have organizations that are set up for people who you know that they're on their own and who are looking to connect with people of like minds. So there are business groups. There are specific business groups for, like, you know, I'm pretty sure the British business, they have a British business council. So if you're in business or you're in business minded, you want to get together with other people who are business minded as well, who have maybe some seminars and discussions about business oriented things, you can join them. They have sports groups, they have musical groups, they have Toastmasters if you want to do public speaking and leadership. I have links that will lead you to all of these kinds of opportunities. There's also meetups here, meetup.com. So people are searching, you're not alone. There are so many people out here who are searching to connect, looking to connect with other people, and they create these activities for you to go on. Meetup.com, I've seen very popular meetup where people take little boat rides, or they will go, you know, camping, or they will meet up for lunches or dinners. At different locations. There are travel groups, even within the organizations. People are creating travel groups. We can travel to local areas. For example, one of the women's organizations are traveling to Abu Dhabi to go to the Louvre, the new Louvre that has recently opened in Abu Dhabi. They're also planning to go, a group of ladies are planning to go to Paris. These ladies might not even know each other within the group, but they're in that special interest group within the league. Another blog that I have listed here that talks about expat associations and social clubs in Kuwait is called Paguro, Paguro.net. And again, they list all of the, almost every single like country where you have several people from that country has like a social group where they've gotten together and they've said, okay, let's get together. So if you're from Australia, from Canada, from, you know, from the continent of Africa, I think I saw one that just said Africa, you know, and maybe they have one specifically for specific countries in Africa. There are community groups and social interest groups for everyone. The final website I want to mention is internations.com. So Internations is an international website that's set up specifically for expats who've gone to other countries and they were looking to connect with people looking to get a life, right? And so, there are internations within most countries and within most major cities within the country. So I'm a member of Internations, and I can also not only meet up with people when I'm in Kuwait, if I go to another country, if I go and visit, you know, Paris for 2 weeks, I'm like, I don't know anybody and I want to connect with people, I can go to Internations events. Same thing with Meetup, right? Within the expat community. I can do the same thing at home in Atlanta, get together with the Internations group. So there are other people like you who are looking for connection. To that end, I speak from personal experience by saying that it does take some people, most people, many people have to go outside of their comfort zone to go out and meet strangers and to put themselves out there, maybe show up at events by themselves. But when you show up at an event by yourself, you'll find out that you're not the only one there by yourself, and that people will talk to you, or you go up to someone and talk to people, and you're just basically spreading your wings. You've already come to a new country. You've already taken the plunge. So I just say that continue to spread your wings and fly. My personal stories, my first few years, I didn't know about all these things. I didn't. When I first started, I was looking for information. I didn't find the information on the internet. I got here a few years ago, and there was even less information out there about how to connect with people or how to, get a life. So I was here basically for years only having met the people like I happened to meet, like whatever people I happened to meet. And if they're working, which they were, or they have their own lives, families, or whatever it is, it's not really easy to get together with them. But then I met a woman, and she was connected within the network of women who are not working, because we're here at home all day trying to find the stuff to do. And she introduced me to some people, and then I went out and I spoke to them, and I met other people, and then so on and so on and so on. And like I said, I ended up joining some organizations, and I go on these trips. I go out and seek my social life. And sometimes I have to go outside my comfort zone to like say, okay, want to get together? Anybody want to go out to blah, blah, blah? Or one thing I was like, I got a car here, and I wanted to make sure that I had a car for enough space for this friend group that I had at the time. My friends, they ended up leaving, and I knew no one else here, at all. But thank goodness, like I said, I met Barbie. And then I realized how to connect. And then I started doing it on my own. Okay, I signed up for this organization, that organization, meet people, and just kept going. So yeah, having a car has helped me, because I made sure I got a big car where I can I can pile people in. Come on, let's go XYZ place. So these are all things that I have done to create a social life for myself, and I encourage you to do the same. If you have any other questions about life in Kuwait, please feel free to ask, and I'll be happy to respond either in the comment section or in the video. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Let me know what you think by leaving a comment below. And if you're new to my channel, I'd love to have you join me for more videos about life in Kuwait. So please click the subscribe button. My name is Love. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Ciao, friends. Greetings, Weight Watchers and friends. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Love Fuller, and I am here. No, not Weight Watchers. Sorry. Greetings, Weight Watchers and friends. Nope.